Hello friends, let's keep going with the crypto predictions for July. Today is the 6th of July. We saw basically a green day today. Very good, very decent. We got from around 108 to the peak, which was 109k. So decent pump, around 1% more than that. So I do believe there are more green days coming. Maybe we are at the start of green consecutive days. For example, you can see right now that this day corresponds to this green circle. So I was expecting lots of volatility yesterday for the 5th of July, but we actually got a complete range, a very boring range. Remember guys, that's one of the outcomes. Whenever you see the volatility pattern, it's almost guaranteed to be very volatile, but when it doesn't happen, we get the flatest of all ranges. So it's a complete nothing burger, complete boring day. And like I told you, we could see consecutive green days for Bitcoin at least, because the next circle after today is a green circle again, 7 or 8, with strong volatility potential for the 8th of July. And at the same time, we will be entering tomorrow the new green box. So there's another range of days which could see a very high impulse. So let's just assume like an experiment that this is the closing position of the day, and we do actually get 2 consecutive green days. If we actually saw that, we could see it go beyond 112k, okay, around this range. I really could not be surprised if we actually end up seeing that in the coming days, okay. If we actually do see that, not only it will be a new all-time high, but at the same time it could be very optimistic for the next days, which again I really think Bitcoin has to reach a very decent level before the corrections. I already told you about this in the very first video that I published, meaning that these red boxes right here, they are clustered together very near to each other. That means this range of days are going to be very bad for Bitcoin. Potentially we could see massive crash around this level. I don't think this is going to be enough to actually wipe out all of the gains of July, but at the same time that still has to be seen. But yeah, you need to prepare, especially because the last days could be the start of something really bad, which will happen the next month. My clients already know about what I'm talking about. So really, I really hope Bitcoin does really well. It's doing really well for July, despite everything. So it's doing really well, and I believe a new all-time high is just around the corner, around these days, possibly the start of the next week. So that's all I have for Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at Solana. Solana is kind of different. If we actually try to measure Solana from the starting day of July, it's a little bit in red, or in range actually. Yeah, it's kind of more in range. The difference is quite minimal. And you can see Solana has also been going up and down, up and down. This is something that I also warned about in my very first video. I told you that the first 10 days will be very hard to define, but especially the ones that are very, very chaotic. For example, you saw Bitcoin had green and red boxes sharing many of the same days. Okay, you see that also in Solana. And Solana also had a very volatile signal for today, something that Bitcoin actually did not show. The volatility, Bitcoin actually, remember, was more in tune for the 5th of July. So Solana, way more volatile today, strong impulse also on the green box, supported. And again, many of these days coming are also going to be share. So there's a possibility here of Solana maybe outperforming Bitcoin one of these days. it's going to be very hard to see more than one day in a consecutive fashion. But Solana has the potential. In any case, I believe because of the presence of these red boxes that are very near to each other, that kind of tells me Solana will it's going to do a little bit worse than Bitcoin. Okay. I also have I already have the Solana chart, the monthly chart, but obviously that's only for the clients who have requested it. If you're interested in that information, you can always write down to my email. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, I cannot give it that information for free. It's very, very powerful. So it's going to be very much the same outlook for Solana that I just detailed for Bitcoin, because you can see many of these days are also in green, the exact same days that Bitcoin also shares. There's also the potential of, well, Solana is nowhere near the all-time high, so unfortunately for altcoins, they will have to wait a little bit more. Yeah, they really will have to wait way more, because yeah, it's not looking good for many altcoins. Okay, Solana it's not doing bad, but I mean, I was very used to having Solana at $200 just some months ago, when I was very actively trading meme coins, and that's very, very far from now. So we'll have to wait a little bit more, but yeah, it's very good to get some very nice and decent perpetual profits doing some quick trading. Okay, it's very nice. I will eventually in the future maybe enable a copy trading service or something like that. But yeah, guys, that's basically all I have for you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me for my work. Remember, we're also covering other predictions, other financial predictions. I'm covering gold and oil, which are on the other channel, but this is, like I said back then, and when I published them on my Twitter post, I'm doing some kind of experiment. Okay, I'm trying to find some interesting correlations and possibly even divergences from traditional markets to cryptocurrencies, especially those two, because oil and gold, they are very, very interesting. So follow me, follow my work. You don't want to miss that, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.